Hey guys, it's Halo9553. Welcome back to another Beyblade X unboxing. Today we're actually checking out another one of the starter packs from Wave 4 from Hasbro. And besides Rod, probably the most interesting. We have Buster Dran 570DB. So first off, have a look at the packaging. Very similar to One Wizard, UX, orange band, nice over window of Buster Dran. On the back of the box, it just talks about the combos. So, of course, we have the Buster Dran blade. It says one-hit attack. For the ratchet, we have 570. And for the bit, we have DB. So, let's get into this. So, at the time of filming, this bay is a Hasbro exclusive. So, at least with the colors. Okay, ratchet, there's... But I will say, this is definitely a color that you may be hit or miss on. So, and there's the blade. Alright, I'll get it all laid out on the table. Alright, so here is Buster Dran out of the packaging. Now, as I said before, this is, at the time of filming, a Hasbro exclusive release. So, it's actually very similar to the Sting Unicorn that comes with Bike Rock. This is a pretty special recolor. But it's also kind of a combination of both Dran Buster and Wizard Rod, like color-wise, and it's pretty interesting. So first up, we have the Buster Dran blade. Now, this is definitely a color scheme you're either gonna love or hate. I actually honestly think this looks really, really cool. See, we've got the nice blue launch hooks, and then we got the nice yellow. People have been dubbing it Piss Buster. And you can come across a little bit like that, but still, I think this is really, really nice. And this is the more refined mold as well, so it's going to be a little bit heavier as well, which is nice. On the back, there's the QR code. You can scan into the Hasbro Beyblade X app. So, pretty cool. Next up, we have the 570 Ratchet. Now, people have been saying these are the same Ratchet and bit that came with the UX04 Battle Entry set. Not really. These are slightly different, but still really cool to have. Now, 570 is not really a great ratchet. I mean, 560 is really good, but 570 can be useful sometimes. But yeah, I definitely would have preferred 560. Still, looks pretty cool. I love the smoky translucent black that they've used. I think it looks pretty cool. Finally, for the bit, we have Disc Ball. I mean, Disc Ball is pretty decent. It doesn't do as good as, say, like Ball and Free Ball, but it can be useful. Still, pretty nice color. But yeah, that's it for the combo. It does make this combination a stamina type, which is really weird. But then again, the previous review, it turned a stamina type into an attack type. So I guess they decided to do this with Dran Buster. Alright, let's get some weights in. So, the Disc Ball, this one weighs, if I can get it to stay still, 3.15 grams. Disc Ball tends to be one of the heavier bits available. The Ratchet, this weighs 6.67 grams. And finally, the Blade, this weighs 36.87 grams. So, that is pretty heavy. Some of the Buster Drans have been hitting over 37 grams, but still 36.87 grams is not something to scoff about. So putting it all together, this blade, this whole combo weighs 46.770 grams. So pretty heavy. But now let's test this out. So that is it for my look at Dran Buster 570DB. I'll be honest, like, if you're judging it by the stock combo alone, it's not fantastic. As you saw during the test battles I did, this combo is very susceptible to bursting, and it is just trying to combine the parts from the original One Wizard with Buster Dran, which is but I will say it is a really cool recolor. I would say that is definitely probably what's going for it. Now, if this was right next to the standard Buster Dran that's available at the moment, which one would you go for? I would say you're better off going with the original release. That just is a better combo overall. Even though Accel's not really the best attack type bit, it is just a bit more of a solid combo overall. What this has going for is its colors, which will be hit or miss with people. For me, it's a hit. I really, really like this. So, but I would say I would still pick it up if you like the look of it, and if you don't have these parts. Like, this bowl can be decent. 570's not the best, but I will say between these two, if you saw them, like, One was it's probably better because, well, you're getting all the parts that this one should have had. But I can still recommend it. It's just that if you have the original Buster Dran next to it, you're better off going for that. And even with these two together, you're better off getting this. But I would say if you like the look of it, which I do, I would say pick it up. Plus, I mean, the Buster Dran blade is still fantastic, and to get it in another exclusive recolor from Hasbro, I think that's pretty cool. So, that's going to do it for this unboxing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.